What's going on, everyone? Tony Ivanov here with another video lesson, and today I'm going to talk about the one stock that you should have traded today, and that's LTBR. It was on my watch list. It was the main play we were watching in my live stream chat room, which you can join down below, and it was the number one stock that had a good news release. So I'm going to break down step by step exactly how you could have played it, exactly where you should have bought and sold, and just the whole review of the moves. So if you want to learn more about that, make sure you watch this whole video. If you don't know, every single day I give away $25 and it goes to a random commenter of the previous video lesson. So we're going to do that right now. Last video lesson we had 396 unique commenters. Thank you all so much for your comments. Our channel is blowing up. We're about to break 16,000 subscribers, which is crazy because we just broke 10,000 like 2 days ago. So we're seeing exponential growth, and I love it. So let's see who won this. So if you're new to the channel, all you have to do is leave a like, leave a subscription, and leave a comment down below. And you can enter into the raffle to win 25 bucks. So I cannot pronounce your name at all. I'm sorry. But he says, nice man, your Bollinger Band tip is awesome. Yeah, I love using Bollinger Bands. They're really useful, and they seem like they have a high odds of winning rates, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you give me a YouTube message with your PayPal email address, and I'll send you out 25 bucks. So let's just get right into this play on LTBR. So I actually didn't trade today. I used up all of my trading funds on Friday trading. I forgot what the stock was, but the reason why I had no more money is because I played it twice in one day, and I didn't really use my funds properly, so I used too much and I had none to trade with today. But that would be just fine tomorrow. We'll get right back into it tomorrow and knock out some great trades. But either way, we were watching this stock in my chat room, and it was the number one stock I was watching just because it had great news and it had so much volume. So let me just bring up trade ideas real fast. If you use the link down below, it will help this channel out. So if you want to check out trade ideas, I really recommend that you use that link. But let's just clean this up real fast. Let's delete all of this, and let's just look at this one gap scanner. So just one more side note, if you join my mentorship program, you will get my preset scans of trade ideas. So you'll get all those windows that you saw before, and you could just load that up and be ready to go, and you'll actually see the same exact stocks that I do. So that's very beneficial. But you can see LTBR was number one on the list, had the highest gap up, and you can see today it saw 68 million shares traded on the float of 10 million shares. So that's a rapid rotation of the supply. So it was an obvious watch pre-market because it had the biggest gap up. Now let's look at the news. Of course, with all these gap up plays, they're running because of one of three reasons. Either one, they have a news catalyst. Two, they have a nice chart pattern. Or three, it's running because of the entire market that it's in is running. So this one in particular is because of a news release. So Lightbridge receives US approval for key patent for its innovative fuel design. So this is a nuclear company, so it has a key patent on nuclear fuel technology, which is of course a very good sector to be in. So it's no surprise that this had a very big gap up. You can see in pre-market it started out in the 130s, or no, like $1.50, and by market open it was already up at over $2.50. So it was seeing a lot of volume pre-market, and by the time that I was watching this stock and watching pre-market, we were watching this breakout right here over $2.25. So I usually don't like to trade pre-market just because it is a bit riskier. And of course I couldn't trade pre-market today, but this was such a clear breakout, nice U-shaped breakout in pre-market, that if I had funds to trade with, I would have bought this breakout right here. Not with my normal share size, but I would have taken a starter position there for sure, because the volume was there. It was the hottest stock of the day, and there was nothing really else that was worth trading. But the ideal place to get in if you don't want to trade pre-market is after the morning dip. So if you've been watching my video lessons regarding penny stocks, the past 3.5 months now, the number one pattern that I've been using is the breakout over pre-market highs. But over the past 2 weeks or so, we've been seeing that pattern not work as often. It leads to a lot more random tops rather than it does huge runs. So we've adapted our strategy, and now the ideal pattern that I'm finding in the markets is the squeeze after the morning dip. So let me just re-illustrate what I mean here. So if we bought the breakout of pre-market highs, it would have been buying the break over $2.62 right there. So imagine that we bought right there over $2.62. The highest that it would have gone is $2.81. That's around I think a 7% win. Let me check that out. Yeah, just around 7% win, which is, it's not bad, but when you're trading a news play like this, you would expect a lot more. So I was telling my chat room traders, don't buy the pre-market breakout, because this is already up so much, over I think it was like 90%, around 80%. I was telling my traders, this has to have some sort of pullback. Wait until that morning dip and then get in when you see signs of an uptrend. So that's exactly what we had here. So it was having trouble breaking out of the pre-market high of day, and it got stopped at 281, and then it started to show signs of topping, mainly these huge candles right here not going much higher than 281. So I was telling my traders, just be patient, wait until it finds some sort of nice support level, and that's right here. You can see it found very nice support on this 50 moving average right there. All these candles found its bottom on that moving average, and I was telling my traders, okay, if it can get back over VWAP, that's a very nice sign of strength, and if it can get back above that level with volume, that's likely the indicator that this is in a reversal, and that's exactly what happened here. So 11 minutes after market open, we had this nice reversal pattern here where the stock started to see more volume, got over VWAP, this pink line right here, and it squeezed up, broke through the high of day, and hit a high of $3.33. So if you use that same pattern, you could have made around 30%. Now, of course, it's really hard to time the top and bottom of these plays, so let's just be generous and say you would have made at least 20%, which is an amazing trade in around 3 minutes. So this is the number one pattern that I've been watching. We've seen it happen time and time again. If you want more proof, check out my previous video lessons. I'm going to start taking pictures of this chart pattern, because I do believe that this is going to be the one that's going to be working within the next few weeks. So definitely watch this play. Basically what we're looking for is these low float penny stocks that are gapping up huge on news. You have to consider that everyone who bought during pre-market is going to be wanting to take profits at market open, and that's going to cause a pullback. As long as we have a healthy pullback and it goes down to a level of support, and it holds that support level very nicely, once we see that buying volume come back, everyone is still watching that stock because it has a great news release and there's nothing else running as strong as that one. So once it starts to show that sign of an uptrend, everyone's going to pile into that stock, cause it to squeeze up through high of day and make a new high of day breakout, and that's when you can take your profits. So very, very, very nice pattern here on LTBR. If you traded this stock, let me know down below in the comments where you bought, where you sold, and let me know if you like this pattern, if you like this pattern or not. I believe it's a very easy pattern to learn, especially if you're a beginner, because you have some time to let the chart develop, and it's a lot more predictable. Of course, it's not as large of gains, but you know, these small gains add up over time, and if you can hit these every single day consistently, then you will grow your small account very, very, very fast. So that's all I have in this video lesson today. Nothing else really ran at all today, and you can see after that big squeeze in midday, because there were so many shares traded, so many people in this stock, it was very, very, very choppy, so it didn't really do that much. Like I've said time and time again, in my opinion, the ideal time to trade these stocks is within the first hour or so of the stock market open, because at that time there's the most traders and the most day traders who buy and sell based on the same signals as you and I. And really the key to trading is buying and selling when the majority is doing so. When you get into midday and especially afternoon trading, there's a lot of novice traders who don't really know when to buy and sell, so it's a lot harder to predict which way the stock is gonna go. So that's it for this video lesson. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a subscription, leave a comment down below for a chance to win $25, and I'll see you guys in the next video.